Hello, welcome to Eva's Storytelling Corner, and today we're going to read a book called The Best Worst Day Ever. So let's begin. Arthur's day was not going at all as he had imagined it would. It was quite simply the worst day ever. No, stomped Arthur. No, huffed Arthur, and then he roared. Arthur became absolutely certain that he couldn't do a single thing right. So he stomped, and he huffed, and he roared some more, but that didn't help at all. There's nothing for it, thought Arthur. I will just have to run away. So he packed his essentials and a couple of extras, and Arthur ran away. He ran and he ran as far as he could, past the shed and very nearly to the end of the garden. Then he stopped. Arthur flopped down on the ground and thought about how it was all so very dreadful. Then Arthur wondered how long he had been gone, because he was feeling rather hungry and almost certain that his hair had grown. Maybe I should go back home, he thought. Everyone is probably missing me by now and feeling terribly sad. But when Arthur turned to go, he saw that he really must have been gone for a very long time, while a big dark forest had grown up between him and home. Well, there's no time to go round it, thought Arthur, so I had to better be brave and go through it instead. Arthur felt nervous and not at all sure. The forest was so big and so dark and made strange noises all around him. Then they got louder and louder and louder until all of a sudden, there was a bear. And this bear was stomping all over the place. So Arthur stomped all over the place too, and they both stomped and stomped until there was nowhere left to stomp at all. But then, what's going to happen now? A stomp turned into a skip, which turned into a wiggle, and before they knew it, Arthur and the bear were dancing. I think I like skipping and wiggling better than stumping and stomping, said Arthur, and the bear couldn't help but agree. So Arthur and the bear skipped and wiggled on through the forest. Then, quite by surprise, there was an elephant. And this particular elephant was having a huff and all in all looked quite put out. So Arthur huffed too, and they both huffed and they puffed until they almost went pop. But then, a huff and puff turned into a toot and a hoot. And before they could stop, Arthur and the elephant were playing a wonderful tune. Tooting and hooting is much nicer than huffing and even puffing, said Arthur. And Elephant nodded because, well, of course it was. On they danced and toot and hoot for what seemed like forever. Then, quite out of the blue, there was a lion. Then Lion roared. Arthur roared back. Then Arthur and the lion roared and roared and roared themselves silly. But then the roar turned into a yodel, and the yodel turned into a song. And all of a sudden, Arthur and the lion found themselves singing along. Arthur told the lion he much preferred singing to roaring, but the lion had to have a bit of a think about that. Then Arthur and the bear and the lion and the elephant danced and sang and tooted and hooted on through the forest. And very soon they forgot about the forest being big and dark, as they were far too busy having a wonderful happy time. In fact, they were so busy they very nearly missed the back door. "Oh, I suppose I am home," said Arthur, "but maybe I am having too much fun with all of you to go home now." And while everyone agreed that it had been the best worst day ever, the bear had a bubble bath waiting, the elephant was very tired, and the lion had to go home for his tea. "But what if everyone is extra cross with me now for running away?" said Arthur. But of course they weren't. In fact, it was almost as if he'd never been gone. The end.